Go.
Hey everyone, it's Mary Pat here from Sealed with a Kiss, and today I wanted to give you a kind of like a tour of my scrap room, and I've kind of been working on it for a while. It's been in progress. So today's going to be part one, and I kind of have like two different areas. So today I'm going to show you the first part of my scrap room. So let's begin. Okay, so the first part is, first of all, my scrap room is down the basement. And so the first part, when you walk down the basement, you see this bookcase. And this has all of my albums on it. And so I kind of categorize my albums into three different categories. The first part is family. Then going down, the second part is Jack. And then the third part is Michael. And in that empty cubby right there, I kind of have some projects that need to be filed. And golly, so I need a new album because I've run out of albums. I spent about a month ago an entire Saturday trying to put all of my projects into their space. And the bottom shelf, I just kind of store some little mini books that I've made and some pictures and that kind of stuff. And then on the top part, I kind of like to display just some little things that I've made and some presents that the boys have made me and that kind of stuff. And then I have my little light that shines down into the second area. And then coming over here, this is my one of my craft tables, and this one just kind of pretty much does all of where I just kind of do a lot of like either my sewing, and then I have my silhouette at this stage, and then I have, there's a little Christmas gift that Jack made. I've got my heat gun and my cuddle bug, and there's a layout that I just finished that's ready to be having a picture of. So this is kind of just where I kind of do these kinds of things, and it's all over here. And then above it, I've got some picture frames, and there's one of my layouts that I did with Imaginez, and I like to change them out. And there's another one that I made that I used for the design team call, and they're just right now some of my favorite parts. So then, moving over to the left, I then have another bookcase, and this is kind of where I just store all kinds of stuff. The cubby over here stores all of my silhouette extra mats and blades, and the cuddle bug stuff. I don't really have a lot for the cuddle bug, but it's there. And then I have my misting box. So with my misting box here, this is kind of like where I play around with all the misting so it doesn't get all over the place. And I just use one box over and over and over again, as you can see, and there's tons of stuff going on. And because I love to mist with that. Then in the cubbies, I kind of have all of my stamps working that I use with this. So this right here are some of my background stamps. And here I have, here's some Odd Girl stamps that I use. I'm so addicted right now to the alleyway stamps, and I've got a lot of those. And paper smooches and stuff like that. So I've kind of got those. Then over here in the next side, these kind of got moved over. These aren't what I use too often. And then I've got this box right here that I never use. So I'm thinking of I don't know, donating these or selling these or just letting the kids play with them with that. Then coming down to the next set, this is kind of like my catch-all thing. First I have, sorry about that, all of my mists. And so I love my mists. And some masks, and then I just have some felt and some other things, and then some more stamps. These are all the paper tray ink stamps, and you can see I got some boxes there that I was going to do a project with, and well, I haven't gotten around to that. Then down here, I just ordered the Heidi Swap mists, so I've got those. I need to get a little cubby for that. And then over here I keep in this box all of my fun Moxie papers for the design team. And so it's all, I can reach for it, it's all there. On the final one, I just kind of have some odds and ends of some Project Life from last year left over, and another mini album that I made, and then some sewing things with that. So that's my second bookcase. Then right next to it, I kind of bought this little rolly kit from Michael's, and oops, there's Tracy's gift that I won. And this basically is all embellishments, which is really crazy, I know. So like the first one, if you follow my blog or anything, you know it's I love jelly bean soup, and so all of these are just kind of like some odds and ends jelly bean soup parts. I've got, you know, the little sprouts and some corrugated parts and everything, so that's really good. Then here are all, I love their alphabets, and so I've got the alphabets and stickers that are all here for jelly bean. And then, oh, these little, what do you call those? The little tags are just perfect. So I've got those all in there. Then I love Elle Studio, and I've picked up some little moments that I love to add on from Elle Studio, and I've got a couple of stamps in there, and so that's all there. This is just some leftover cards from Christmas and everything. Now comes kind of like, this is all stuff that I have that I pick up for design teams and so forth, that I just kind of throw in here. Like if I ever need to make a mini book, I've got mini books, some frames, just all kinds of odds and ends that I might need for a project. And then this bottom one, I picked up last year and this year a couple of the Santa sacks from October Afternoon, and golly, they had so much in it that it's just kind of all here in this box, and so I really have to go through it, but I know most of what's in here, so it's pretty easy for me to go in and say, hey, I'm making a layout and I need some of their awesome paper pads. I've got the farmhouse paper pad and stuff like that. So it's just kind of fun. If I know I want to make something for myself, I can kind of come in here and pull out all kinds of fun goodies with that. So that's part one of this area of my scrap room, and because the video will be kind of long, so I've decided to break it up into two parts. And then tomorrow I'll be back with part two, which will be actually where I scrap and with all of that kind of stuff. But this is part one, and I do spend a lot of time right here so that I can, I like to sew and I use my silhouette all the time, and so it's really fun to hang out here. So I will be back tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. See ya. And just another FYI, Jack Seal is my videographer today who helped me out with making this awesome video. Bye, Jack.